everybody, time for another Flosstube update. I have actually been stitching. I moved the hoop, so all of this that was outlined last time is filled in almost to the bottom. There's a little bit like here that's not filled in, but I decided to go ahead and add the tail. So I have the whole tail. Now I'm just filling it in, and then once it's filled in, I can move this back over, finish the bottom, and then go up here. This looks really close, but this comes really sharp in, and there's just a tiny bit of space in between there. So this is my How to Train Your Dragon. This is Toothless, and Hiccup will be right here. This is for my Year of the Dragon. Obviously not going to be done by the end of the Year of the Dragon, but I think that doesn't actually end till like February, so maybe I can get it done. I did have some other finishes. They're not cross stitch finishes, but I did finish this mini diamond painting, and you can see it's pretty good. It's got a little bit of sparkle to it. There's some ABs in the white, and there's a lot of like drills that look like they're popped up. They're not, but I had it hanging on the wall, and what little bit of wall space is left. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this because that was on Instagram. I also finished my Lego cat. I have not posted the last two videos yet. He is quite large. He's also a little bit fragile. This tail is barely connected. There's only a couple little things holding it. It does move a little bit. His feet move, and they seem to like to fall off. I gave him, I believe it's called heterochromic eyes. It came with 2 orange and 2 blue, but I just went with 1 of each. His ears move a little bit. The head moves. For right now, he's sitting on my new desk. I haven't really decided where to put him yet. And I call it a he because both of the tuxedo cats I've had have been boys, so it's a he. I started on my paint by number. I'm kind of cheating, and I'll say kind of cheating because what I did, let me grab it. I swatched out all the colors, and then I went through my acrylic paint markers and found the ones that had a really good match. And I'm using the acrylic paint markers instead of the actual paint. Now, there were only 6 that I was able to find a good match to. And so I'm only using 6 of the 18. Like, number 6 is most of the painting. So even if I had an acrylic marker that matched it, I wouldn't use it because I don't want to use up the whole acrylic marker, because they gave you 2 little pots of number 6, so that means there's a lot of number 6. So this is what it's going to look like. I think I showed it before, but this is what it'll look like. So the number 6 is all of this black. It's not black though, it's like purple black or blue black. So I got started on that. I did actually finish a book. I finished listening to Emily Wild's Map of the Other Lands. It is the sequel to Emily Wild's Encyclopedia of Fairy, and I really liked it. I love the voice actors that are doing the reading. Really good. There's 2. There's a male and a female. The female does most of the reading, but Really like it. Can't wait for the third one. The third one doesn't come out till February. And then obviously I have to wait for the library to get it after that. So maybe March or April. I did buy another cross-stitch kit. Look how cute. I honestly don't know how much it cost. I wasn't paying attention when the lady rang it up and I got a digital receipt. I did buy it at Barnes & Noble, so I'm sure it was quite expensive, probably more than it needed to be. But with all the stuff about the new Harry Potter TV series and the anniversaries and all that coming out, I've just been in a Harry Potter mood. I follow a couple of Harry Potter, like, aficionados, influencers on YouTube, and I just saw this and thought, I have not done any Harry Potter cross stitch or diamond painting. I do have a Ravenclaw diamond painting to do. Oh, I lied. I did the little keychain. They're actually hanging, oops, over here on my shelves. But I have a Ravenclaw diamond painting from Diamond Art Club that I haven't started yet. It's really big, but I just haven't started it. Another thing I bought was 3 more knockoff Lego kits. These are How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So we got Max, and he's flat, but he comes with a little stand. I got the Grinch, and then I got Cindy Lou. There's also 2 others. These were $8.88, so these are by Brickcraft. There's 2 others. There's a wreath with the Grinch head in the middle, and then there's like a chimney and fireplace scene. Those are $24.88, and so yes, I spent the same amount, but I got 3 versus 1. So we'll do these before Christmas, since we didn't get to the Halloween one that's sitting right there before Halloween. So we'll do the Christmas ones, and then I'll probably do that one, but then not post it until next year, or repost it next year. But that's really all. The only other thing I bought is I bought these decorative nails to use to attach the ribbon to here. I'll probably glue it and then use the nails, but I think the nails along the top and the side will just look really cool. So gotta get that done soon. I gotta get that cross stitch framed, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to go get somebody to cut me a mat because I need a circle. I hope Michael's can do that. If not, maybe Hobby Lobby can do that. I don't want to have to go to a specialty frame shop just for a mat. But that's got to get done by Christmas, so it will get done. Can't really think of anything else. I do have my desk, which is right here that the camera's on. Started to get it set up. I went and picked up, you can't see them, but there's 2 big boxes over here. I went and picked up my computer from FedEx today. I need to get all of that at least open so I can make sure all the parts are there that I was supposed to get. Because they said I was supposed to get 2 monitors, and I have 1 monitor, but then I have a giant box. So I don't know if the other monitor's in the giant box, or if I only got 1 monitor. So you gotta get that unpacked, see if I have another monitor, and if not, email the lady and find out where my other monitor is. I don't really want 2 monitors, but that's their thing, so I don't have a whole lot else to say. I've been spending my time watching YouTube, cross-stitching, and scanning photos. I have a huge tote, like an 18-gallon tote full of photos from me, my sisters, my mom, my grandma, my granny, great-grandma, my dad's dad's family that were at my uncle's house. So I have all these photos and I'm trying to scan them so that I can share them with other people, but also so I can get rid of some of them. There's a like a second cousin, third cousin, whatever, that's looking for photos from the old family reunions. I have a few that I had already scanned. I sent him those. Once I'm done scanning these, figure out which ones might be from the old family reunions, because most of them are black and white. They're from the 40s and 50s. I don't know who any of these people are, obviously. So if it's not written on there, or if there's not a date on the photo itself, I have no idea. So once I get them all scanned, I'm going to send him the digital scans, see which ones he wants, and then send him the physical photos so I'm no longer responsible for them. There's also military photos from my mom's dad, my dad's dad, and my dad. Once I get them scanned, I think I'm going to see about donating them to the Texas Military Museum. Because once again, I don't want to be responsible for those. I've had these in storage forever, and some of them have gotten ruined from the hot and cold. And so I would rather they go somewhere where they can be preserved and other people can see them. Nobody's seeing them sitting them in a tote in my closet. So I also have a lapel pin that was my grandma's brother's. I believe he was in World War II, but he might have been in World War I, because I don't know. She was the baby, and she was born in 25. But by the time she was born, her older sister already had 2 kids. So I don't know where that brother fit in that timeline, that like 30-year timeline. So I'm assuming he was in World War II, because that's when her husband was in the war. But he might have been in World War I if he was one of the older brothers. So, but I have his little lapel pin. Once again, it's in a drawer. Or in a little thing with some other pins I have. I have his name. I can get his, birth date, death date, probably find his military service dates. Send it to the Texas Military Museum. They can put it on display. They can put it in their junk drawer. I don't care. One less thing I am responsible for. I'm trying to really pare down the stuff I own that I don't need. And like all the photos that are like newer, like from my sisters that are when they were in middle school, when they were in elementary school. I don't need those pictures. They can have them back. If they don't want them, they can give them to the people that were in the pictures. They can throw them in the trash. I don't really care. I am scanning them, putting them on a stick. I bought a 1 terabyte stick. Once I get them all scanned, figured out how much space they actually take up, I'll buy 2 more sticks and copy them so my sisters can each have a stick, and then be done with it. But I have some really old photos. I have some photos of my grandma's husband, like as a baby. It's like this big, and it's in this big fancy folder and all this. And I have this thing. This is printed on cardboard. Let me see. You see how big it is? It's been damaged. I put this tape on there. I don't know if I caused this rip at some point or if it was already ripped. There's a piece of tape here, but there's no rip here, so I don't know what this tape is from. You can kind of tell that it was like a copy, and then it's got holes in it. I've had this for a really long time, so I don't know how much of this damage I've done to it and how much of it was already there. But I want to try and get this tape off. Probably going to like lay it on a heating pad to try and get the tape off. But down here, it says Creedmoor School, 1930. One of these people, one of these little boys, is my grandma's husband when he was a little kid. I can't figure out which one he is. And this damage down here, I'm assuming, was maybe why they made a copy of the picture. I don't know. But I kind of think he's this one because of the ears and just the face. I kind of think he's this one, but I really don't know. And I don't think there's anybody alive still that could tell me. It does surprise me, though, that the kids that you can see all seem to be wearing shoes. Considering what I know of that area, I'm really surprised that they're all wearing shoes. You can see that most of the boys are wearing overalls, though. But I'm going to try and get this as cleaned up and fixed up as I can. And then I'm going to see about maybe donating it to the church. I don't know anybody in the community center, really. But I do know the pastor's wife from the United Methodist Church, the Creedmoor Methodist Church, which is the one that my grandma would have gone to, and that my parents got married in. So I'm going to see about getting it cleaned up, get the tape off of it and everything. Get a mat and a frame, even though it is a weird size, and donating it to the church so that it's one more thing I'm not responsible for. I can't even scan it properly because it's like 17 by something. So I don't know. I know this picture came from my grandma. It was in my stuff that my mom got from my grandma's house, which makes me think that I'm probably not the one that poked these holes in it. That was probably my grandma. But I do think maybe I'm the one that made this tear worse, because there's old tape on the back and then there's new tape. So, but enough about this stupid photo. Now I'm rambling. It's only 17 minutes, which is about normal for my videos. I will try and get the last videos from the Lego cat put up. Then I'm going to compile them all into one long video for that one person that thinks it's a good idea to watch long Lego videos. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, if you have questions, comments, leave them down below. Check out my links for my other channels, my other social media, and have a great day.